What's up, guys? Welcome back to our channel. My name is Emma.
I'm Elena.
And today we are going to be giving you the answers to commonly asked questions about the RV community, since we are going on 5 years this summer, full-time, living in an RV. And, you know, we are the kids, the teenagers living in the RV, and you only ever hear from the moms, dads, parents. But we need to see if the RV kids are truly abused or not.
We're going to truly tell you guys.
Okay, let's get into it. So we're going to give you guys a little bit of background to where we've been so far and where we started. We started off in Utah. We left when I was 14. She was 11. She was going into... Were you going into middle school at that point? I think she was going into middle school and I was going into high school that year. Well, the next coming year. And so we left from Utah in, I think, August. And then we went straight to Oregon, where we stayed there for a month. I think we dipped a little bit into Washington, but we were mainly in Oregon. We came back down to Utah so we could renovate our RV, which it was very, very chopped before. Maybe if I can find any, we will show some background photos right here. If you want to see our newly renovated RV, you can check our RV tour. Recently filmed, link in the description, guys. So check that out, guys. It's 10 out of 10 video.
It's 10 out of 10.
If you don't check it out,
and if you don't like it,
we're gonna check you out.
Oh.
Anyways. Guys, also, if you hear some suspicious noises coming from the TV, not the TV, well, depending, we have full floaties.
We thought it would be like a nice little chair instead of the floor. And just in perspective, they don't really fit in here because it's so small.
Well, they're pretty big. I mean, like, well, it is RV. You really don't have that much space. Carrying on to where our story actually was at before we were yapping so much. Then we stayed there for about a month, so we were able to do Halloween and everything with our friends and whatever. And then finish our RV renovation. Then we started to go further south, and we started Arizona, New Mexico, everything like that. Then we started doing the south, which is like we did Louisiana, Alabama, all that, Texas. Do people consider Texas the South? I feel like no.
Yeah, I feel like yes.
I feel like Texans would be like, oh, we're the South. But like, I feel like everyone else would be like, no, they're not. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like Texas is their own thing and Florida is their own thing. Like, they're not a part of anything. Like,
I think you just think that.
Yeah, maybe I do just think that. But basically, we did all that. Then we did the southern states. And then we dipped into Florida for a minute, and then we went up east higher, and then I forget, we were kind of bouncing around there for a minute, Pennsylvania, Maine, all that fun stuff, Massachusetts for a minute, and then for winter, we went back down to Florida. We were there for a while, but then we were like, okay, we're not going to be here anymore. We went all the way across back to California in like 3 days, which is pretty far, so quite a bit of driving. Went back to California, then we just have been bouncing around kind of randomly since then. And we are currently in Florida. Only for a minute more, but we're currently in Florida. Okay, that's all I have. That's all I have for our story so far. Okay, now we will get to the questions. So we're gonna go back and forth and kind of like ask and answer to our perspective. How would you say your school is? Are you homeschooled? What's the situation?
I wouldn't say that I'm homeschooled. I would say I do an online program, which is like the best option, I would say, for RVing. It's really worked for me, and it's very easy because you just go through the courses like at your pace, and then you have your deadline, and then that's it. And that's like the best way I would say to go about it if you're in an RV and doing RV life. Now your question. Are you ready? I don't think you're ready. How is your privacy? And would you say that it's better than, do you think having your own room would be better?
privacy, obviously we have 3 of us in this room right now. Used to be 4, actually, but my oldest brother, 21, well, 22 now. Oh yeah, just turned 22 February. Moved out a minute ago. Privacy, I mean, it's not a super big deal to me because we've always like shared a room. Like we've shared a room our entire life except for like a tiny gap at our most recent house for like I guess like a year maybe. So I'm used to sharing a room. I don't mind sharing a room. Usually you can go somewhere where there's not going to be somebody else, you know, like, and once I'm up in my bunk, like, it feels like my own space, like, because nobody can be up there with me, because it's tiny, the coffin bed.
Listen to them, children of the night.
The only thing is that in the RV, it really is a coffin bed, but the thing is, you're not spending time in your bed like that, because you're just not, so it doesn't really make too much of a difference.
I feel like people would say that it's more like it's like a coffin bed and you feel like restricted, but really it's just like I feel like I'm in my own space and I think I'm like my own like nest. Like that's gonna say so weird, but like I just feel like surrounded, especially with all my pillows,
Which we can see in the back, what's going on there.
Cheers, too far.
Okay, next question. What's the friend situation like?
We have no friends. No, I'm just kidding. Basically, that's one thing that I really, really like about RV life is that although there are some times where you're in a spot or in a campground where there's not a whole lot of families and we're just kind of like older people, but sometimes there are parks that are like specifically meant for like families and like there's lots of kids our age there and like so basically you just
so what are we getting to here?
But yeah, it's really cool because we have a bunch of friends that we keep in contact with just kind of like all over the country.
Okay, I have a little bit of input on this. You can go, there's in the RV community, there's many like group chats, many like chats, everything like that, where full-time families are talking and are planning to meet up, and like there's definitely like family events and everything like that where people go to do that, and many people only go to those places, you know, which is great because you're creating that community, you know, that's great. Always have friends. Also, you know, when you're traveling, you don't always necessarily meet people who do RV. You can meet other people just randomly, I guess. But a lot of families do, which we have done this like twice now, is you'll meet another family on the road and you two will just plan your schedules together and you'll travel together throughout, which we've done twice now, which is very good. Built-in friends.
You know who you are?
You know who you are. Okay, my question for you.
But that was your question for me.
You got me there.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your question for me?
Your question is, how do you make money? Are you broke?
Short answer, yes. Long answer, yes. Okay, no, but, well, it's give or take at the moment. You can make money, depending, because we've done a lot of, like, side jobs. It's more like a side job thing. I've had real jobs, obviously, but you have to plan on how long you're going to stay. Like, if you're staying at a place for the whole summer, which we've done, you are able to get a job, obviously. But little side hustles you can do. We've done, like, baking stands.
Let me ask the
other
audience.
things, like, kind of like, what is it called? Like, where there's so many booths and, like,
A farmer's market?
yeah, like, kind of like that. And then we've done, like, the bake sales. She's done I've done dog walking, too. Dog walking, pet sitting, stuff like that.
I've taken out people's trashes.
Done trashes, and what I'm doing right now, I'm kind of being like a Depop teacher, which is basically just like reselling like clothes online. For those who don't know,
So basically, when you live in an RV, $20 is $20.
$20 is $20.
You're basically just going around being like, "Can you bless me money-wise today?"
Money wise.
Okay. Okay. Next for that question. Yeah, but you either, or you could work remote, which is harder to come by, especially if you're
like
younger
a teenager.
and you don't have a lot of experience. But yeah, that's for that. Next question is, did you want to start traveling? What was your first initial reaction?
Short answer, no. Long answer, no. That's all. I'm kidding. So basically, when my parents were first like, what do you guys think about this, like traveling like in an RV? And they would like watch all these YouTube videos of like different people doing it and like yada yada. Eventually I was like, no, like this is like, I have my friends, I have my school, like I have my whole entire life. Like I've lived in like a house, like I've lived in one place. I've always had my friend group, I've always had that. So I was like, I'm not really feeling that bad, like I want to leave my friends. But then we did anyway, and I think that kind of like set me back a little, and like I don't know, just like emotionally I feel like that set me back a little. But then since we've been doing it for so long, now I'm like, I never want to leave. Like I don't want to stop doing this. Like if my mom will bring it up, I'll be like, no, like I'm good here. Like I like traveling now, and I found so many ways to be so grateful for the life that my like parents have given me, to live in this RV and all the cool experiences that I get to experience.
So you just had to like acclimate to it?
Yeah. You have to
Acclimatize?
then double acclimatize. Then you're good.
I hear you.
Okay, your question is, where's your favorite place that we've been?
My favorite place.
Bit of a hard one when you've been almost everywhere.
Oregon, Arizona, California.
Okay, your favorites? Can we narrow it down to one?
No.
Okay.
That's all we get. Because California, you have like everything in California. You can have the beach, you can have like mountains, you can have it all. Oregon, you can't beat the nature there, so beautiful. And then I like the rocks, I like the colors, everything in Arizona, so I like the desert. Okay, what's your least favorite place?
My least favorite place? That's so hard, because like I feel like everywhere you can really find something that you'll enjoy. I feel like, but I did love Massachusetts as well.
Did you like it for the stuff there?
I'll
or
do
you
it
like
here. Actually, no, because Disney.
It's Florida. But the thing is, though, it depends where you are in Florida. Because in the Keys, like, that was really fun.
Yeah, the Keys was really fun, but here is like, it's fun for its own reasons, because here's Disney.
Basically, I don't know. Traveling is so subjective because
there's always going to be good and bad.
Yeah, I mean, like, the thing is, though, once you're traveling, you don't have to follow what anybody else is doing. You get to go to the places you want, you get to see the things you want, and you get to do the things you want.
Oh, I have my answer.
What's your answer?
My answer is, I actually forgot what park we were in, but we were like, we got there, we only stayed there for one night, but we got there during dark, so we had to set up our whole RV in the dark in the Appalachian. And literally the vibe there like scared me so bad. Like I'm never like scared of like I've never felt scared in the dark. Like in Chesapeake, like I never felt scared there at night.
Oh really?
Okay. I'm scared of our friends. not the dark being by myself. But like there genuinely, when I would go outside, I have my flashlight. If I like it was so dark, like you could hardly see anything, even with my phone flashlight. My voice. But like it creeped me out. I was like, I'm not going outside. Not in the dark. Not ever. So make sure if your doorbell gets rang at 3 a.m. in the morning with a dog on its hind legs doing the Macarena, it's not your dog.
Anyways, guys. Okay, guys, I think that's basically all the questions we can think of. If you have any more, please let us know. We will answer any questions that are asked.
We don't sugarcoat it, guys.
We won't sugarcoat it. We're gonna say how it is. So yes, there's a lack of space. Yes, you have
Are
a
we
lack
gonna talk
of
about the clothes that
privacy.
don't fit in my drawer that were hiding behind my pillows?
Yes, you need to have really good organization skills.
do.
You need to really be living that travel life.
You
If
really need to be living that.
But
I
the
don't
thing
care if I
is,
get
the
rid of
best
clothes,
advice that I would give, honestly, is you truly, because the thing is, you have to make the best of your situation. Because, well, not necessarily the best of your situation, which that's good advice too, but like, you have to be open to new experiences. Because if you're not open to it, you're gonna hate your life. But once you open up, you're like, you know what, this is awesome. My friends are sitting in school like all day, and I'm here. I got my school done in 2 hours, and now I'm literally in Florida. Like, I'm in Florida. I can go to the beach. I can, do whatever you're doing, whatever you're near, and it's always different. You're never gonna be stuck in the same place or feel like you're doing the same thing over and over again in your life, because you're not. You're in a completely different area, completely different state, different things, different friends, But that's not to say that you don't need to, like, keep in contact with your friends, because obviously, but the thing about RVing, like, we've met our friends, like, we've met somebody, and then we'd be like, yo, we met you in California, now you're in Florida, let's meet up.
Yeah.
We play.
Or like we meet our friends' friends. Like if
Yeah.
our friends are talking about their other
Yeah,
friends,
like,
we will
we're
literally
like-
meet them some other
You're
place.
like, do you know blah, blah, blah? And they're like, yes, we met them last summer. And then, you just have that connection, because it feels like a big community where everybody knows each other, which is super cool.
Yeah. So it's like, despite like the whole world, living in an RV really makes it seem
It's a
like this
small
is such a
world.
small world.
Okay. If you have anything else, guys, let us know.
Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and hit that post notification.